Hello, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Morning Gardener doing a quick stop by, a quick drive by on the knowledge. I couldn't sleep. I got up real quick because people left me messages concerning this new technique that I've been using. And I wanted to test out a theory here. Okay, Google. Okay, Google. How long does it take for corn seeds to germinate?
10 to 14 days. Here's a summary from Farm Progress. Corn will take 10 to 14 days to emerge. Corn only takes 5 to 8 days to emerge. How long a seed can last in the soil and remain viable depends on temperature, moisture, and pests.
And I've germinated corn seeds in 3 days with the technique I'm using. Okay, Google. How long does it take for tomato seeds to germinate?
5 to 10 days. According to HGTV, tomato seeds typically germinate in 5 to 10 days if given optimal conditions. You'll know seeds have germinated as soon as you see green plant emerging from the growing medium. That's a time to celebrate.
And I did tomato seeds in 3 days. So either this information is incorrect or the technique I'm using works better than the old technique of planting seeds in the ground. That's what it simply states. Okay, Google. How long does it take for pepper seeds to germinate?
7 to 21 days. According to Sandia Seed Company, most pepper seeds germinate within 7 to 21 days, but it's good to keep them nice and warm at 80 to 90 F to make sure the seeds sprout.
And I did it in 2 and 3 days. I've done it with peppers. So, as I said earlier, either this information is incorrect or the technique that is usually used, doesn't work as effective as the one that I'm using. So I have videos on it already up. If you have any comments, please leave comments. And also remember to subscribe to my channel. This is the Morning Gardener Show. And I'm here to help you grow a better garden. That's why I put the show on every Monday at 6. And I put the show on every Wednesday at 6 p.m. So I'm here to help. The Morning Gardener Show is on those 2 days. And I give out information. And we talk and we have fun, and also we share information because some of the gardeners that call in are very knowledgeable individuals, and they also learn from me, and I learn from them. This is the Morning Gardener Show, folks. And here's one I really want to look at right here. Okay, Google. How long does it take for watermelon seeds to germinate?
3 to 10 days. Here's a summary from Harvest to Table. Seeds germinate in 3 to 10 days at 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Transplant seedlings to the garden after the soil has warmed to at least 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Plant on mounds or hills 12 to 24 inches high, space mounds 10 feet apart. Vines can easily spread 10 to 15 feet.
This is not bad information, folks. I'm germinating watermelon seeds in 3 days. So this makes more sense. It says seeds germination in 3 to 10 days. So I'm doing it at that 3-degree mark. All I'm doing, folks, is taking the seeds and planting them the same way that nature intended on the seeds growing. They're simply laid on top of the soil, watered in, and the vermiculite is used to create a moist surface so that it keeps the seeds moist. And I'm telling you, they're germinating, they're growing at an alarming rate, and that helps me because when you look at a seed that's been laid on top or one that you buried under the soil, you can't tell the difference how they're planted. The roots are in the soil firmly. So only thing I can say to that is it works. It's going to change things. It's going to be a game changer. You're going to see more gardeners online using this technique than you ever have before. And that's my prediction. This is the Morning Garden Show, and I am feeling good. And I hope that each and every one of you out there are feeling good. This is just a quick video. It's quick. It's so quick. Before you do that, it's gone. And that's how quick this video is. But I am ready to get out into the property and start putting some of these seeds in the ground because I have so many seeds. My last video I just did today shows that all of my seeds, I'm getting like a 90% germination rate on seeds that are like 3 and 4 and 5 years old. I'm getting that kind of germination rate. And it's due to how I'm storing the seeds. It's also due to how the seeds are being planted. The technique works. And I got all these beautiful messages from people. And I want to thank each and every one of you for that. And I want to thank you for my subscribership being up. I mean, really, it just makes me feel good. The Morning Garden Show is definitely on track to becoming big and strong, like it should be. I do not have a lot of fancy equipment and toys to play with when I do my garden thing, but what I do is have this information that works from 21 years of gardening, and it's making all the mistakes, and so subscribership is up. I just crossed the mark, 13,009 subscribers, 13,009K. And it feels good, folks. I want to thank you for making that possible. You did it. You did it. Everyone else said that, the guy don't know what he's doing. The guy, we're not with this guy, but they know now that my subscribership is going up. I see people coming in the room, new people. I appreciate them. The people that's been there from the beginning, they still hanging in there. They enjoy the show. They leave me little messages. And I'd like for you to leave me a message on this show about how you feel, what was said, and also the technique. Look through the most recent videos and you'll see that information there. Thank you very much, folks. This is the Morning Garden Show. I want to thank you for tuning in. Oh, there you go. A thumbs up. Darn it, that makes me want to stay in the room longer. Thank you for that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thumbs up. Somebody listened to what I said and they appreciate it. Because we're going to make it. We're going to make it, folks. We're family. We're going to make it. We're going to make it. And this year is going to be a challenge. I want you to remember to grow enough food because the grocery stores are going to rob you with a cash register. When you come up to the counter and you say, I'd love to have some potatoes and onions tonight. But when you get up to the counter, you say, wait a minute, what? This costs how much? Wait a minute. God, how much money did I bring with me? Wait a minute. How long is this going to be going on? How long these food prices are going to be like this? All kind of things are going to go through your head because this year they did not plant enough. And they're selling a lot more of what they normally sell overseas. They're selling a lot more of it because overseas had a lot of storms in those areas and they weren't able to produce enough food. And so that being said, the ground is saturated and there's very little they can do about it at this point, but just wait. And so they're making up what they need for their population by buying from other countries. The U.S. being one of the larger exporters of corn and also soybeans, as well as other types of foods, we are going to have to step up. The game is coming. They're going to sell it. And think about it. The farmers are going to have to negotiate with nobody. They're going to say, this is what I got. This is what you want. So let's do it. And this is what I'm charging. Because they will be able to sell it. It puts a lot more control in the farmer's hand to say, this is what I'm charging for this. Because I worked my butt off to plant this. And I need you to understand that I need to get paid. But if you got your garden going at home, you can intercept that. Now, I'm smart about some things. I am going to go and purchase more seeds. When I saw the dollar store out of seeds at the location that I went to, The rack was empty. And I said, wait a minute, it's still 30 degrees outside. Um, People aren't thinking about gardening right at this moment. Only your hardcore gardening people are thinking about gardening at this moment. When I saw that happening, I went out of my way to go over to that counter, and I looked really good, really well. And I saw a lady in her late to mid 30s going through what was left. She was going through it, trying to desperately find something that she liked that she could purchase. And I saw her. I reached over her and picked up one pack of straight summer squash because I just thought, what the hell? I'm in the store. I'll buy it anyway. It's only 25 cents. Now, from that 25 cents, I will grow the squash. I will save the seeds from that squash. I will save the seeds from my peppers. I will save the seeds from my tomatoes. I will save the seeds from my watermelon. If everything goes well with the watermelons, they're very challenging in my location. Um, and once I get all that done, I'm going to feel absolutely incredible. And that's the name of that game. And I'm going to get my saw working because it's a chainsaw. I need to cut back some of my my fruit trees. I need to cut them down because I don't want trees that are 20 feet tall. I want trees that are more like 6 feet tall, and so I'm going to make that happen, um, and that's how that works. The morning gardener, save your seeds, get ready, because you're going to change your life. This is going to be a situation where you're going to have to every year produce a certain amount of food to offset what the high cost of food is going to be in these stores. And you need to do that because they're going to be marked up. And you want to be able to control a couple things. One, the cost, and you want to make certain that you have the amount of seeds saved up in your arsenal so that you can survive without running into any major problems. Hello, how you doing, Mr. Price? How are you this evening? It's 5:02 here in Maryland, and I'm talking about storing and saving seeds. The conversation changed into that from my seed technique. I like it, what I came up with, and I need to um, make sure I get the word out because I want to see people when they go in and they start a seed instead of waiting 5 and 10 days, wait something like 2 days or 3 days, and the seed's up. And so this is a better way of doing it, using a heat mat and laying the seed on top of the surface as opposed to burying it into the ground. Um, and I like it because it works. Lots of people are talking about anything coming, not only hard thing. Yes, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. It's getting ready to happen. Uh, it's going to. I knew what you meant when you put it there. Yeah, yeah, because it's happening. It's going to happen, and people who have minimum amounts of money are going to feel it, and I mean deeply, um, uh, because the food won't be there, and it's going to be sad, because I'm looking at my seed supply and I'm thinking, okay, what vegetables do you absolutely need and must have? And I got it. I think I got enough because I think I have enough. All the collard green and kale that I have, that's going to be for my collard greens and kale seed. And I lost a whole pack of seeds called all season cabbage. And folks, I do not know where they were. And I'm saying, how could I lose them? I was using a box about this big, and I was sitting on my bed and I was going through everything. And then I said, where's that pack at? And I just started looking for it. And for days I've been looking for it and could not find that pack of seeds. And it really bothered me at first because I said, wait a minute, that's a whole pack. I never got to open or anything. It's a fresh pack. Where did it go? Took the bed apart, looked around on the carpeting underneath the bed, and I took the blankets and sheets and shook them out and everything. And I said, how could it just disappear? And that was it. I could never find it. And someone said to me, it could be right in a box where you had all those seeds at. Because remember, you were going through that stuff. So it's a possibility that a lot of that, I mean, anything could have got lost in that box, right in front of you. I see gardening is the best way to economic hard times. See that, Mr. Price, you have been studying a lot in your life. You've been studying a lot because that is absolutely the strongest statement made right there. I cannot top that. I would not have anybody in this room try to top that because that's what it is. It is one of the best ways to fight back, so to speak, when it comes to hard economic times. Absolutely. Well said. Well said. I am looking at the situation I have now, which is I have lots of seeds, but the addiction, if you will, the drive to make sure you have more and more seeds, when in fact, a lot of what you're growing is going to be producing your seeds. Um, I mean, peppers are going to produce it. You could have about 5 or 6 peppers that are mature, and they will produce tons of seeds for you. I will have awesome number of peppers, and those will in turn give me, a limitless supply of pepper seeds. Um, and that's the way that works. So I have the bags I purchased years ago, which is little. This is not what's in here, but these little bags here. I have those, and you don't do that, but stick a label on them and the date and what information is what's in the bag, and that's all you do. And that's what I'm going to do today is make certain that I have what is going to grow. Eggplants, saving the seeds from those puppies. You simply take about 2, maybe 3 of the eggplants and grow it all the way to maturity, and then remove the seeds, wash the seeds, and dry them, and then put them in a bag, and don't let any rodents or anything get a hold of them because they love to eat seeds. Put them in a cool, dark place, and you have seeds. And you have the best seeds. And the reason why you have the best seeds is because those seeds are more familiar with your environment. We are going to have to do that. Now, I am not ruling out growing hybrid seeds. Now, before you say, wait a minute, hybrids, you cannot regrow them and get the true, uh, uh, product that you had at first. Maybe true. But will it be an eggplant? Yes. Will it be something you can eat? Absolutely, yes. And if you grow it a number of years and continue to grow it and it stabilizes and says, this is what I am now, you just created your own heirloom. All you got to do is keep growing it over and over and over again. You created your own heirloom. You said, this will work for me. I like the way it tastes. This will work. So you just have your own heirloom at that point. Um, Squash can be done that way. Some of them are hybrids. Um, Definitely tomatoes. A lot of them are hybrids. Uh, and I have, uh, I have the Brandywine tomatoes, and I also have the purple, what they call it, not Indian purple. It's a purple, and so I have that, which I will save the seeds from. They don't produce a lot of seeds like some tomatoes, but they produce where you can remove them each out of each tomato, and then go through the process of cleaning them up and making them something that you can use for your garden next year. Um, And that's just a plus, because you see what seeds cost now when you try to go out and buy them. They're no longer 89 cents like they used to be back in the day. They're not. They are expensive. Cherokee purple. See that? Somebody's always there watching my back. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, good people, this is my call here. Thank you very much for tuning in on Morning Gardeners Show. I want to thank you and keep on growing. Thank you.